Beautiful star seeds, and welcome to another Monday Live. And there's a crazy storm happening right now, so I do apologize if my internet is a little weird. This month, I really felt called to the individual. So I really felt called to, like, what is happening at an individual level? What kind of upgrades, what kind of DNA activations, what kind of shifts are we experiencing right now at this time? And, as you may or may not have seen my very last video, which was all about timeline hops and weird glitches in the matrix and, just weird reality things. If you're experiencing that, then that was also one of my questions is like, what is going on with the damn timeline and why am I manifesting really random things over here and then everything else I'm trying to do is not working out? So we've got a weird dichotomy this month of energy. So that's what I wanted to tap into today with the Galactic Federation. I figured since the live video landed on the same day as the Galactic Federation Summit, why not just share some high level details about this month's GFL Summit? For those of you who don't know, every single month I, get people together from all over the world on Zoom, and then I remote view up to the nearest Galactic Federation mothership, and I ask questions, and whoever has the right vibration to answer the question that I'm asking usually steps up, and they're typically either a different being or a different council within the Galactic Federation. So this month we connected with a Pleiadian council called the Pleiadian Security Council and connected with a being named Kinetic. We also connected with an Arcturian council with a being named G, and they deal with timeline stuff. And then we also connected to Timothy, of course, a beautiful hybrid, half gray, half human being. And then lastly, we connected with a Suri being, that's her species, and her name is Bukta. And she's really actually badass. She is a human. She's a hybrid biologist, but she specializes in human hybridology. So she came through to tell us all about the activations, the DNA shifts, and what human beings can do at that physical and vibrational level to really integrate in these energies that are hitting us. Before I get into all of this crazy information that we discovered and unpacked today, and wow, there was a lot of stuff that came through that I was not expecting. Of course, I don't have much expectation when it comes to the Galactic Federation because you never know what you're gonna get. Before we get into all of that, I do have some coupons for you guys. If you do want to check out the full Galactic Federation event today, I highly recommend it. You will be left today a little bit wanting to know more if you did not just see it. So there's a 15% off coupon called GFL15. It expires tonight, and that is for the Galactic Federation recording. Give us about an hour or two. We just have to download and upload the recording and get that all set, but that will be sent to you and you can rewatch it indefinitely. Once again, GFL 15 for 15% off. It's $11, so whatever 15% off $11 is. And then I also have an incredible grid working workshop happening this Thursday, April 14th, and I'm also giving 15% off to that as well. 15% off, $22. Come live. If you can't come live, the $22 ticket also includes the recording, which you can watch indefinitely, and the meditation that comes with it. So that's going to be really incredible. I'm very, very excited to teach all of you how to grid work, or at least how to grid work naturally or consciously, I should say, because I know all of you are doing so much for the planet already. It's just great to know what we're doing when we feel so exhausted after we wake up. So I just wanted to put that out there. The Heal the Grid workshop code is HEAL15, and that also expires tonight at midnight, I guess, PST time. So check that out, HEAL15 for that. Okay, let's get into it. So much information. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a high-level overview. I do want to say I hope you guys are feeling good today. It's been there's just been a lot of stuff happening this month in general. Just a lot of, like I said, glitches, a lot of upgrades, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of chaos, a lot of like sickness even. So I hope you guys are hanging in there. I hope it's been a great month for you. And if it hasn't been, then I just want to remind you that you're here for a reason, and this is all just impermanent, and it's really beautiful. So experience it while you're in it. Okay, so the first piece of information that I wanted to give is about the timelines. Now, my first initial question for the GFL is, what's going on with the light and dark agenda? I always like knowing, kind of where are we at with that at this time. And I got like the freaking shock of a lifetime. So much is going on. I'm not going to say everything because it was very clear that some of this information was not supposed to be public. And it came out in the session that it's like, it's for this group, okay? So basically what happened was at the end of March, nearing the end of March, there was this huge, crazy, like almost like a cataclysmic event that took place in one original timeline. And the GFL, okay, how do I put this? Like, we really got into quantum physics, so it was like way over my level of understanding and interpretation. But let me put it this way. When I make a snap decision, not when I think about it, not when I plan it out, not when I mark it into my calendar, but when I'm just like in this moment and I'm like, boom, I'm just gonna do this, and I do it, there is a potential that it doesn't align with my highest contracts. Now, when I make a snap decision that can affect the planet, that can affect my neighbor, that can affect someone else, and that doesn't align with their highest contract, then potentially that is a timeline that is detrimental. Now, I've never seen the Galactic Federation do this, and they did this at the end of March. They were caught off guard by a decision that a country ended up making that potentially put the entire planet at risk. And that one decision, like I said, could potentially have catastrophic events or catastrophic end results. And therefore, the Galactic Federation had to come in and stop that timeline or that decision from happening. And they went through multiple different timeline potentials to see what was going to be the best outcome for that decision. Now, they told me very clearly I could see the whole, how do I say it? Like the whole visual overview of what exactly that old timeline was and what they did to stop it. I am not at liberty to say here what that timeline, that potential timeline switch was. It is in the Galactic Federation Summit video. The only thing that they would not tell me or the group during the summit was what country it was. And they said that it could be potentially detrimental if we knew what country it was, which I guess I could understand, like maybe we misinterpreted or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, super wild. So here's what they did. Like I said, I've never ever seen the Galactic Federation do this before, but this is why there's been so many glitches. This is why our reality has been really weird in the past month. So I didn't even ask this question. They gave this information to me and I'm like, oh my God, connecting the dots, okay? So essentially, they were able to reverse the collective timeline of the planet by 3 days. This is what they did. Like I said, they went through the different timelines of like, how do we reverse this crazy event that is randomly about to happen? Because I have to mention that the only reason why they wanted to reverse this event in particular is because it did not align to the highest collective contracts. Now that blows my mind because I'm like, cool, so you didn't want to reverse the genocide of all of the indigenous people during colonization? You let that happen. And it's not that the Galactic Federation or God or Source or whoever you want to, call it, it's not that they let these things happen. It's that these things were always meant to happen on the collective contracts. Unfortunately, same thing with World War II and some other events, major events that took place in the world history. These things were meant to happen. I know it sounds crazy, and like it, as a human, it brings up all this kind of emotion in me as well. So that's basically what they did. Now, typically they're never allowed to reverse timelines, because it goes against the law of non-intervention. However, they are allowed to reverse a collective timeline if the timeline that we hop into collectively, there's a lot of collectives, does not align to the contracts. And that's basically what happened with this event at the end of March. So weirdly enough, when I went over to the Arcturian Timeline Council, a part of the Galactic Federation, there was like this frantic energy. And I wasn't sure why. And then they proceeded to talk about how that event and switching the timelines affected the people who are more in a higher vibration and didn't affect a lot of the people who were in a lower vibration. So it was a lot of detail, a lot of like quantum physics stuff, a lot of like just really cool stuff. Anyway, so that was pretty wild. But that is essentially what they told me is the reason why, especially higher vibrational people, are like, what's happening? I'm trying to do these things, they're not working. But the second I'm intentional, it is working. And for everyone else who's in 3D, they're like, I'm just living my best life and I'm just here, and they brought up the fact that like ignorance is bliss sometimes. So I thought that was really fascinating. More information, like I said, in the full GFL Summit, but I want to go over the major highlights here. Okay, what else? So I also wanted to talk about, once again, the light and dark battle, like what is happening. They talked about a lot of really interesting things, specifically about this kind of purge that's taking place. Now, if you have been to the Galactic Federation summits before, you'll know about this kind of purge energy, especially if you've heard other maybe channelers or insiders talk about this. There's a clean sweep that's happening of some of the most corrupt elites on planet Earth. That being said, same thing with the timelines. They know that because my like human question to them is like, come on, like these are, crimes against humanity. These are corrupt individuals. They need to be freaking cleaned out. Like, let's go. Like, you have the ability to do this. And what they said, and they've actually told me this before because I have gotten angry at them before, and they said the same thing. If we were to clean sweep all of the most corrupt celebrities, politicians, news anchors, if we were to just clean sweep all of it, kind of rip the Band-Aid off, in a sense, then it could cause more harm, it could be more detrimental than positive. And the reason that they say is, what did they say? Like absolute chaos or absolute mayhem, or they used a word in there. But yeah, it would be like absolute chaos, basically, if that happened, because we do have new systems in the wings. We do have new leaders who are for unity in the wings. But it's the slower the transition, the better for humanity, okay? Okay, here's the image that just popped into my mind. It's almost like pulling the plug on everything, all right? When we do that, when we pull the plug, it like I said, it could cause more chaos, it could spiral more people into fear than it can into a higher vibration. So they're really, like they said, it was like thin ice, like they're really kind of, playing it safe here in a way. So my human is like, get rid of all of them. But I also understand that it is a process. Like we're talking generations, we're talking hundreds of thousands of years in the making of this corrupt system to then transition it into a better system. So they're saying that it's going to take time. What else did they say about the dark being purged? Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. This was also so unexpected. Now, I have to write notes because when I channel, especially when I channel with the Galactic Federation, I don't know if it's just like, and I've noticed this since I began channeling, but when the information is at such a high level or it's at such a different density than say what I exist in, my human brain doesn't absorb it. So after all the information is channeled, I'll write notes and relay it in this way. I totally forgot about this. Once again, it's just like, it just comes right through me. So basically, um, the GFL predicted. Now, I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but essentially it's. So I asked them, I said, what are the dark hat agendas? Like, what are the shadow government agendas that we need to be prepared for, that we need to be aware of? And instead of giving me a dark hat agenda or a shadow government agenda, they actually gave me a white hat agenda. And it was so cool, so badass. Let's just say, I'm going to plant a seed here. It has to do with completely dismantling the mainstream media. I'm just going to plant a seed there. And I don't know where it's going to take place in the world. I'm thinking, and it's probably just optimistic hope, that it's going to take place in North America and it's going to be worldwide, like headline news. And I'm hoping that this event takes place in 2022. It wouldn't be like, it would be very dramatic, but it wouldn't be devastating in a sense that they're worried about, if that makes sense. So anyway, yeah, it basically has to do with the white hats. It has to do with the people on planet Earth who are probably posing as Galactic Federation members who are next going to try to target and take down the mainstream news media. So I didn't expect that to come through. I'm really excited about that. Let's just all kind of put our intentions behind that, because I think the more we focus on that being a reality or a potential, the more we can create it, obviously, because we are the masters of our reality. So that was really cool. Be prepared for that. But more information on that, once again, in the full summit. And then what else? I did want to mention that there are other channelers out there that are saying that all dark reptilians or all shadow government like elites have been purged off of the planet. I want to say from what I've seen, from what I continue to see, and from what the GFL continues to relate to me, it has not been purged completely yet. A lot of them are in hiding. A lot of them are, in hiding. And they have a strategy. They have a very specific strategy that they relayed to us during this summit. And they said that it's going to take about 3 years. So just be aware that we're still going through it, you guys. And if we did not have any dark influences on planet Earth at all, I think it would look very different than what it is. And I also think that a lot of the players at the forefront of celebrityism or mainstream news media or people of influence would not be the same people who we see today. I think there's going to be a huge shifting of hands in the next couple years. Okay, and then Bukta came through, who is a Suri being. And once again, she is the hybrid biologist, so smart, such a beautiful, wonderful energy. She looks a bit weird because she's kind of like humanoid in a sense where she has 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, ears. No, she doesn't have ears. She has 2 arms, 2 legs, and a body. I don't know. And but she looks very like fish-like kind of thing. I don't know. She's really beautiful. Anyway, so she was basically talking about this huge wave of energy that's hitting planet Earth and upgrading us. There's upgrades coming in all different directions. And she was also talking about what's preventing us from upgrading. She was talking a lot about the poisons. Poison in our air, poison in our water, poison in our, poison in our food, like poison everywhere. And she gave some really incredible tips on how to navigate these poisons and actually where we're going to be. I'll kind of let you in on this. Basically what she said is when we are fully realized, when we're fully ascended, and I'm not even close to there yet, but when we're at a point where we're in a really good vibration most of the time, then we won't be affected by the heavy metals. We won't be affected by the poisons. We won't be affected by the air and the, water and the things that are going on. It's almost like not only our physical body, but our vibrational body will just simply repel what does not serve us and our highest vibration. Yeah. So we talked a lot about the energy body, but as well as the physical body. And before I get to the very last message from our good old friend Timothy, once again, I just want to mention the coupon for the Galactic Federation recording is GFL 15, expires at midnight tonight, and then the 15% off for the Heal the Grid workshop is Heal 15, and that's happening on Thursday. It's all about connecting to the consciousness grid, understanding the different grids, what they are, how we can utilize them, uploading, downloading information, healing ourselves, healing the grid, healing others, and then also it includes remote viewing and a beautiful meditation at the end of it. Okay, very last message from our good friend Timothy, half gray, half human hybrid, such a beautiful soul. He wanted to let all of us know that not only him, but all of the Galactic Federation understand that as human beings on planet Earth at this time, we're suffering. We're feeling it all. We're overwhelmed, we're overworked, we're exhausted, we are impatient, we are, oh my God, at our wits' end. They understand that. And Timothy wanted to come through and just say that you are seen, you are heard, and you are supported. And not only is there this incredible, your higher self, your spirit guides, but the entire Galactic Federation on our side. But we've also got a whole community of inner Earth beings who are also on our side. And he gave me this beautiful image of the planet, of the Galactic Federation, and of all of the whole community of inner Earth inside the planet. We are literally sandwiched between these incredibly powerful galactic beings who are all here to hold space for us and to support us during this time of this great shift. So just know that you are not alone. You are not suffering in silence. And all you need to do is to set an intention for what you want in order to receive. Remember, we are surrounded by galactic beings, but until we ask, they cannot intervene. So, what do you need at this time to be the best and highest vibrational version of yourself? And then ask for it, because we have so many incredible souls on and off this planet who are willing to give back to you. And when you feel at the peak of your potential in your physical and vibrational reality, then you are at the point where you can give back too. And that's beautiful, and that's incredible. And that's that Taurus field energy of give and receive perpetually. Thank you all so much, as always, for being here and showing up and holding space and freaking questioning and waking up and giving back and receiving these downloads. I am just so beyond appreciative for all of you in this community and my team, and huge shout out to the moderators, to my team for answering all of the emails and dealing with the graphics and all of that. I mean, I couldn't do this and be here without my team, without all of you as my extended team. We're doing it. The world is awakening. We're here. We're healing others. And I couldn't be more grateful every single day to be in this position, because I felt so alone for such a long time. And now we're here. We're standing together. And that's incredible. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. Of course, I will see all of you in the Fifth Dimension Frequency, and I'll see you at the Heal the Grid workshop this Thursday. What a great time to be alive and an exciting week to show up. Bye for now.